Hey, 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 my name's Misty if we haven't met before, and I am a manifesting coach. And all this month and all this week, we have been talking about goals and vision boards and manifesting and affirmations. And that is generally what we talk about here on our channel. But because it is New Year's and so many people are starting resolutions, it's a great time to wrap all these things in and try to help people get what they want in their life. And that is my goal as a manifesting coach, is to help people live a more positive and abundant life and help them learn how to use a vision board to manifest. And so we had a question on Monday about vision boards, and all this week we've been talking about vision boards, and all last week we've been talking about vision boards. And so this first question that I got, even though it's not Ask Misty Monday, which we do every single Monday, I wanted to take a few minutes to look at a few questions. And so this one question says, Misty, what is the biggest thing that you have ever manifested from a vision board? And I'm going to say, if it's size-wise, if that's what you mean, I'm going to say that it was my camper, because it is 26 feet long and it's big, you know, like it's the biggest physical object that I have been able to manifest. So I made a vision board in June of 2013. That was 7-8 years ago. And I have seen many things on that vision board come into fruition. And so the camper is by far, like I said, the biggest physical object that I have been able to manifest. Also on there, the most important thing to me was my current relationship, that I was looking for someone who was fun, funny, and likes to spend money. I said that all the time. There's a couple smack in the middle of that vision board that I cut the heads off of so I could visualize myself being on there. I visualized myself in the camper. Every single time I passed a camper that was what I wanted, I would say, oh, there's my camper. I can't wait to go on my next trip. I'm gonna have so much fun and I'm ready to receive that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I say that and it sounds so silly, but I promise you that is what I did and it worked. I talk about the Mini Cooper. It's also in the same exact frame as that, as the camper, because in my mind I wanted to tow the little car at the time behind the camper. And so I started to see them on the road all the time. I saw the camper that I wanted, a Class C 26-foot camper that would fit in a driveway easily, and that we could maneuver easily, but it would be big enough for my love and my child to travel around in. And I knew that I wanted to go on long road trips, and I knew that I wanted to have this vehicle that we could spend family time in together. And so that was an easy thing to manifest. And the money for it also was manifested through probably the same vision board, because at the top of the vision board, I have a little tiny sliver of paper and it says win $25,000. And so I can honestly say that I haven't ever won $25,000, but I think because of the number that's up there, $25,000, I see it at the same time that I would be saying that I couldn't wait to go in my camper and I couldn't wait to have a good time. And I have had that number come to me in different forms several times, from family member that passed away and left money from the sale of a piece of property that I had kind of written off, that I would never get any money out of the sale of any kind of property. And so I just think that looking at that picture as a whole, the couple, all of the things that I wanted to do and that amount of money in the last 8 years, those things have happened over and over and over and over again. And so even though I have new vision boards and new vision of what I want in my life, I still look at that vision board because I know that it works. I know that it works, and I have the objects in my life that were on that vision board. And so I know that it works. And so I just keep looking at it because there's still a few things on there that I haven't done yet. And so a lot of times I'll look at that vision board and I use it more like a gratitude vision board. Thank you for all these things that I've received. And then I shift my energy to the new one. And I know that this is going to happen. And I know that this is going to happen. And I know that this is going to happen. Hi, Misty. I made a vision board a few years ago, and I can honestly say that I don't see any of these things in my life. Can you tell me how long it takes to receive the gifts from your vision board? Okay, well, I just said that I made that vision board 8 years ago. And so I made it in June of 2013. And the first thing that happened for me on that vision board was my relationship that I manifested, and knowing exactly what I wanted in a person. So if you have the vision board and whatever it is, I'm just going to use the example of my relationship. I said all the time the things that I wanted in that person that was in that picture. It's a couple that's having fun, running along the beach, and I wanted somebody that was playful. I wanted somebody that was fun. I said to my girlfriend all the time, I wanted somebody who was fun, funny, and liked to spend money, because my previous marriage, that's not how I felt. I felt like, it was like penny pinching. We can't have any fun. We have to save all of our money because we're going to retire and we need all this money to retire. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just isn't what I wanted in my next relationship. And so I would say all the things. I wanted someone who was kind. I wanted someone that was an animal lover. I wanted someone who didn't have any of children of their own, because I had my children, and I know that sounds selfish, but I think that the more specific that you get when you're looking at those pictures of whatever it is that you want in your life, then it's going to happen. And then saying thank you for every other thing that's in your life too is going to help you to manifest those things faster. Okay, the last question is, hey Misty, do you think that I should have a vision board for each individual aspect of my life? I don't know exactly what that means, but I think what maybe the question might be, and I hope that I'm right. If I'm wrong, please put it in the comment section and let me know exactly what you were trying to express. I'm thinking that you mean like your personal life, your professional life, and like you're categorizing things into your life. And absolutely, if that works for you, then that's what you need to do. If you need to focus on each individual thing separately, personal, professional, spiritual, anything like that, then that's what you do. And I actually have a really great technique for that, and that is to put it in a notebook. When I'm working with people who are very analytical and they need to focus on one thing at a time, then that's what we do. So I would label, like, get yourself a little notebook, whatever size that you want, that you would put one picture of, and then title it at the top what that's for. So if you have a goal to travel, so one page would be travel, and then you would have your photo for where you want to go, one at a time, if that's what works for you. That really and truly, a vision board doesn't need to be 1,000 pictures. That's what works for me. And so because my brain works like that, like I'm always like, woo, what's next? What can I do? What can I move? What can I make? What new business idea do I have? So my brain works like that. And so really, when I see a lot of pictures, like, it kind of helps me like focus in and stay inside of that frame. This is what I'm working on right now. Even though it could be 400, 500, 1,000 pictures, it's still on one board, and that helps me to focus. For some of my other friends, they need to look at one picture at a time. So if you are trying to lose weight and your idea weight is this, and this is your idea body type, then you're gonna have one page for that. I wanna go on a trip and I wanna go here, you're gonna have one page for that. And then another thing that you can do is use that same book as your gratitude book, and be thankful for the things that are lining up for you to be able to do that, and start to notice those things. Like if you're wanting to have a relationship, how many people were you introduced to that could potentially be your next romantic partner? Does that make sense? I hope so. Kind of went a little off track there. But anyway, the most important thing is that you are looking at your goal every single day, and you're in a good place when you're looking at it. You need to be happy and positive and upbeat and mind ready to receive, because you're asking for it by using those pictures. And so that's really important, that you have your heart open and ready to receive. Hey, and the last thing that you have to do is you have to believe. You have to believe that it's on its way. And that's what I did. I knew that when I saw those campers that I could see myself in there. I could visualize myself having so much fun and going places that I wanted to go to. And I believed that it was going to happen, and it did happen. So that was a lot of stuff that we talked about today. I love getting questions from you guys. And they normally come to our Facebook and our Instagram and direct message. And we really do appreciate that. But you can always leave us a comment right here on our YouTube channel. That's what helps push us forward into the YouTube universe so that we can help more people like you live a more positive and abundant life. And I hope that we are doing that by making these videos for you. If you haven't yet, take a second to hit the like and subscribe button. And I will be back at 5:30 every single weekday morning, Monday through Friday. And until then, happy manifesting.